Living in an era of AI, it's making people who already have the money-making skills 10 times more valuable. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who does not know me, I spent the past 3 years working for Amazon, helping over 300 businesses online, doubling their revenues with the best online strategy. And I'll show you how I use Claude AI to automate 60% of my workflow to make money. So by automating content creation, data analysis, and having AI to help me prepare for client pitches, I'm actually able to build a multi-six-figure career working remotely and travel around the world at the same time. If you're looking to make more money online with Claude AI in 2026, you first need to find a high demand niche, figure out how to make money, even that means 20,000 or 50,000 a year, and then figure out how to use Claude AI to 10x your productivity. So for me, the career in digital marketing is absolutely the best career choice. The job positions in this field has rose by 60% in the past 5 years and is one of the fastest growing career choices because online advertising platforms are growing so quick and there's so few people who understand both e-commerce and AI at the same time. So by the end of this video, my goal for you is that you will know exactly what a career in digital marketing looks like, how to make money off of it, and where you can use AI to make reliable decisions can actually serve your clients worth millions of dollars. So part number one, let's talk about what is even attractive about this career to begin with. I was a digital marketer with Amazon for 3 years, but in 2025, when Amazon first announced its 5 days return to office policy, I was basically forced to spend 2 hours every day on the road and stay in office for 6 to 8 hours. And it goes on for 2 months before I realized I'm basically trapped in the same cubicle. Like, I'm in my 20s, these are the best years of my life. I'm curious, I'm energetic, I want to go explore the world while I'm still young. I don't want to just save up, not able to buy a Starbucks and have a pile of cash and retire when I'm 50 to experience the world. By the time, my passion will probably be gone. That is why I choose to leave this corporate life and work as a remote digital marketing consultant. I'm now earning a multi-six-figure pay, helping clients with their marketing strategy, and I'm also able to have my own free time traveling around the world while growing this career I absolutely love simultaneously. So for someone who wants to start out a business, I'm scared of 2 things: not knowing what I'm doing or losing money along the way. Now, I'm in this business to figuring things out for myself. Like, digital marketing to me, it is a business school that I actually get paid to attend with zero capital risk. It allows me to learn how real businesses actually work, what it makes people buy, what is a marketing funnel, how to read different numbers, and I get to do all that using someone else's business and someone else's marketing budget as a training ground. My work life is made of working with entrepreneurs from different fields, and they are unlimited opportunities working in different sectors like sports, medicine, and grocery, among many other platforms. I work across Google, Amazon, Chewy, and DoorDash. And once you have built enough expertise in digital marketing, for me and for some of my students, we essentially become layoff proof. If you ever lose a job, you can quickly transfer these skills into finding a different role because there's high demand for this kind of job in the market. Up until this point, I'm telling you how great this life is. A question you might have, okay, if this sounds so good, why don't everybody just do it? Digital marketing on its own used to take years to get good at. You need to learn about the platform, you need to learn about advertising, and learning how to build a brand. And that comes from years experience of trials and errors and lots of tedious work you might want to get into. Now with advanced AI, you can learn the majority of these practical concepts on your own if you know the correct framework. The barriers of entry has never been smaller. So let's actually talk about how to combine digital marketing with AI. If you ever want to succeed in this field, there are really just 3 things you need to master. Number 1 is how to create demand. Number 2 is differentiation. Number 3 is delivery. Demand means identifying real demand, positioning your product in front of customers with genuine buying intent, not just some of the broad interests. Say you're selling a gym membership, the audience could be people who are in this fitness mindset, maybe they're struggling with their weight, maybe they're constantly reading weight loss blogs. That's how you identify them online because they are grouped into this fitness audience on each platform. You certainly don't want to target people who are searching for furniture because those are going to be irrelevant, right? Like, no intent, ways to spend. And that's exactly where I see majority of the digital marketers make this mistake. So the higher the demand, the higher the intent, the easiest it is for you to sell the brand and the quicker for you to gather the cash. You're not creating desires for nothing. If you're McDonald's, if you're Coca-Cola, like any fancy brand who able to have the marketing budget to create a whole separate field, that's a different story. But generally, people who are working in this field, they're working with small brands who actually care about their ROI. You need to find customers who actually want this and show your ads there when they're ready to purchase. And number 2 is about differentiation. Can you position a product that speaks to a customer in a way that actually they they care about. Because if your product looks identical to 99% products on the market, same packaging, same price, same verbiage, nobody's gonna notice it. So let me show you actually how I use Claude AI to rebrand a product like this. Of course, this is not one of my clients. This is just random functional beverage I found online. I think it's gonna make a great case study. First thing that stands out on its detail page is talking about all kinds of ingredients, but actually not the outcome what these ingredients actually gives you. So there's so many messages across titles and images that actually confuse the customer. So let's take a look at it. Like lion's mane mushroom extract, L-arginine, L-wascotan. I mean, these ingredients are incredibly important to the FDA, and upon research, I know they are traditionally associated with mental clarity and focus, which makes this a practical choice for demanding mornings like workout days, like post-workout recovery, and that's all a great drink, right? But we have noticed that, which should be in its brand positioning, but it doesn't really say that. It says ingredients instead of function. That's number one mistake. Unless the customer is already so educated about these supplements, ingredients, they would have no idea what this product actually do for them. And when you have listed so many propositions at the same time, you're confusing the customer and your discoverability on the platform actually suffers. So here's what I would do. I will rebrand and lead with outcome, not just supplement ingredients. Something like formulated with sugar, 0 calories per serving, and this electrolyte powders fit perfectly with keto and vegan diet. And that's a healthy value proposition, but on its own, it still doesn't now stand out. So there's a little bit of extra work we need to do. The next move is to pull a set of popular search terms in this category and make sure those exact terms show up on the listing, because this is what actually improves ranking and association with people who are actually searching for them. And number 3, after all that is done, is about delivering the ads. So once you have identified demand and you know your brand positioning, next step is to get it in front of the right customers with precision. And that is exactly what I break down in my paid media courses, in how to structure campaigns, how to allocate ad spend, what type of advertising fits in which platform. I think this is the part where I actually need a mentor, someone actually works in the industry, because this is the basic hurdle that most people get stuck on. It's not just about knowing the mechanics, it's about knowing how to apply them without wasting your ad budget. If you're serious about sharpening your advertising strategy or looking to break into a marketing career, this is exactly what I help people with, and I'll put my link in the description box down below. And part number 3, how AI actually accelerates a framework. So this is the biggest misconception that people actually have about building an AI-powered career. They think you need to build some kind of AI app, like automated tool that can take over your job entirely. And that is just not true. The AI is going to replace a lot of tasks, but it's not going to replace the marketer, because it cannot tell you what a good product is, what real demand is, or how to advertise it. Like, those judgment has to come from you, knowing what the client wants and knowing how to contextualize. So here's a rule. AI would never replace a framework, it just accelerates every step of it. So demand, differentiate, and delivery, all 3 gets faster with AI. And here's the catch. I want to be really direct about this. If you're not already a good marketer, AI would not make you one. It will only accelerate your mistake. The first thing you need to know is a framework, how to use AI well. It comes down to context. The more specific input you can give to Claude, the better output you can get back. So suppose I'm launching a new brand, like I'm selling a protein bar. Before I prompt Claude, I need to give it context first. Like, what is this product priced at? Is it premium? What is this one thing that makes it different? Who is the customer? What am I launching at? Like, all these sorts of questions you need to discuss with your client ahead of time. So instead of typing, give me a marketing plan about a protein bar I'm launching, it's going to give you something generic like this. Like, it's going to be pretty correct, but essentially useless. So what you need to do is to answer all the questions I listed below, like adding more context if necessary. Say I'm launching new protein bars and I need customer acquisition strategy for this platform on Google and on Amazon. This product is 120 calories, premium positioning at 3.49. It's usually fruity flavor, stands out because I'm trying to compete with some customers who are creating protein bars that usually is chocolate and peanut butter based. My target customers is male, targeting people who are 20 to 45-year-old who want something that feels like a treat, not just like a chunky bar, like major mouth feel like full of powder. So this is a new listing with no reviews whatsoever, and I want Claude to give me top 3 competitors' pain point that it solves, messaging angles that differentiate from the competitors, and a suggested campaign structure to start driving traffic. And you can see the difference what a Claude gives back, right? So the more specific the input, the better the plan you can actually act on it. This is the exact same approach I use with my real client. I will build a set of framework and I feed those into Claude AI to build these strategies for brands that spends tens of millions of dollars online on ads with the same framework, same process, and apply it on a bigger scale. And lastly, what makes this skill set so valuable? It is genuinely versatile. In a sense, I mean that once you have it, you're not locked into one company, one industry, or one path. If you ever lose a job, you can pick it right back up and find somewhere that pays you better, because there are so few people that understand e-commerce genuinely. So opportunity number one is that you can work for companies like Google, Amazon, DoorDash, any platforms that runs its own advertising ecosystem that need people who understand paid media, and increasingly people who know how to use AI to create a better workflow. And that is typically a six-figure starting point. And honestly, that's where I started. And number two, freelancing. If you want to get your own client, you want to get a bigger cut of the pie, you can onboard them yourself, but you also take on more responsibility. You can set your own pricing. That's typically 5 to 15% of the advertising spend, but you need to build the relationship, develop the results, and report on it and optimize everything on your own. And number three is if you decide to work from the brand side, but you don't want to do it alone, you can join these professional agencies and you can work across multiple client accounts inside. And you typically have more opportunities to across different industries and work on a bigger budget. And number four, you can work in-house for any single company, going deep on the brand strategy and growth just instead of juggling multiple clients. So all these things that digital marketing can open up for you, and whichever directions you take it, you're never boxed in. So if you need help getting there with resume writing, with building portfolio content, and if you can notice, I made a full video on how to land a six-figure career in this field in just 7 weeks. Link in the description down below. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you in the next one.